What's going on, mi gente? Sabko salam. That's hello to everyone in Urdu. And if you're wondering why I use that language, it's because you're listening to Thoughts with the ArabianPapi and Toeray. Yo, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Good afternoon to our
Yo, yo, yo.
very own first podcast. The
Yes, sir.
podcast is
Yes, sir.
called Thoughts with Arabian Papi and Tory. I'm your
Yep,
host
yep, yep.
Kevin, aka Arabian Papi, with my co-host Tory. All right, we're gonna give you guys a little introduction about ourselves. Then we're gonna talk a little bit about the podcast. Um, I'm Dominican, Pakistan. That's where the Arabian Papi came from. Uh, I was born in PA, raised in the Bronx, New York. Now I reside in Connecticut, so I'm basically like a fucking unicorn with a co-host that's all the way to fucking Florida. Like, how does that even manage? Like, how do you even get a co-host out in Florida? But go ahead, Tori. Let them know a little bit
Yo,
about yourself.
I'm Toeray. It's whatever you want to call me. I'm African American, obviously, as you can see, or not if you're listening to this. I'm from Florida, born in Georgia, from Florida, raised in Florida. Military brat. Both my parents retired military, so we moved around a lot. They retired out in Florida, so grew up here. Um, man,
Yo, I'm so excited and
yeah,
nervous at
man.
the same time. You know what's so crazy? I always want to do a podcast for the longest. You get what I'm
Yep.
saying? Um, always nervous, and we finally did it. And actually, it was like a conversation between us that we have in a group chat. And then one of my friends, Guns, was like, "Oh, you guys have all these great ideas, but you guys are big bullshitters. No one bullshitter. You get what I'm saying? It's like you guys talk, you
Yeah.
guys want to do this and that, but no one actually does anything about it." So I'm like, "Yo," since then, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do the podcast. I'm gonna do it." And I was nervous to do it by myself, and Tori was like, "Yo, I could host with you." I'm like,
Yep.
"Yo,
Yep.
big
Yeah.
man, let's
Relieve that
do
little
it, let's
stress.
do
Yep.
it." And now we here. So the podcast is called Thoughts with Arabian Papi and Tori, and the reason is that because Tori and I were like fascinated on the way that people think. So we're gonna be talking about different topics, and each episode we're gonna focus on that one topic. Like this topic in this podcast will be about family. But the reason why we're like fascinated about how people think is you could always learn
Yeah.
from other
Yeah.
people. You get what I'm saying? And like this different reactions from how people think. Like, oh, you
Hmm.
think like that? Like, oh shit, you think like that? Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow, you think like
It's
that? So
all
it's
in the
like
tone. Yep.
right. It's like, yo, oh wow, that's cool. You think that's cool. That's your thought process. Like, oh, you be disgusted. Like, really, bro? Like that's how
Hmm.
you think? Or you
Yeah.
feel bad for the person. It's like, yo, I'm sorry, you even gotta think like that. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So that's pretty much about the podcast, and we're gonna have different segments in the podcast, like a pet peeve for hours. The
Hmm.
next episode, we're gonna follow with emails from our listeners. You guys can send emails to Arabian Poppy Podcast at gmail.com about the topic we talked about before,
Yep.
or you guys can send emails about a topic you guys want to talk to us about. We will have guests in future episodes. And if you guys want to be a guest, just shoot us an email. Tell us why we should get you as a guest, what kind of topic you want to talk about, and we'll get you on, man. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. You know what I mean, baby? Ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I'm saying?
sure. For sure.
So let's talk about family, man. Let's talk about
Yeah, man.
the definition of family. What is family to you, Tori?
Man. So I guess to me, family is, your blood, obviously the family you were born into, right? But then you also, you got the family that you choose, your friends that, that's been there forever. Like, dude, that's I guess that's not really a definition, but that's when I hear family, that's what I think. That's what I think it's.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think the same too. I don't think family just has to stay as family, like blood. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I think during your life, people come into your lives and you guys become so close that you choose them to be part of your family, right?
Mhm.
Like I got a bunch of that. I got a bunch of those, which is crazy because like in my situation, the people that I call my family, this is not really my family. I'm not even that really tell you the truth. I'm not even that close to my blood family, and that's nuts. But we get more into that. So what does you told us what family means to you? Like how much does it mean to you? Like how much weight does it
Man.
carry
So
into
for
you?
me, man, I'm so I'm really close with my family I was born into, right? And I'm really close with the family that I chose. And family to me man, to me, family means everything. And like, I can't stress that enough, man. Like, family means everything to me. Like, they're,
I feel you.
it's just, it's family, man. Like, unconditional, it's unconditional love, To
That is
me,
true.
for me, like, the family, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my family at all. Nothing.
Nah,
Not a single thing I would not do for my family. Like,
nah, absolutely. I grew up the same way like that. I'm a huge family man. I love doing family events. I love doing things with my family. I love including my family into everything. I
hmm
always find it so weird when people tell me, "Yeah, I'm not that close to my family." Like, not even one
yo,
part of
me
your family,
too.
like not your
Yeah.
cousins or the
Like
people you
nobody,
choose. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you a loner? Like, listen, I know that we live in a fucked up world. And people could be fucked up, but they gotta be
Mhm.
somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like at least one or two.
Mhm.
And I always find that weird. Always find that weird.
Yeah.
So you said you you grew up in Georgia or your family's from
I
Georgia?
No, 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 no. So I was born in Georgia.
You was
I
born in
born in
Georgia.
Georgia, grew up in Florida because my
Oh, how
parents, military moved around a lot. Born in Georgia, we went from Georgia to Panama, like Central America and Panama. We were out there for a little bit. Then we came back to Georgia and then ended up in Florida, where my father retired out of the Air Force. Then a little bit after, now my mom is retired. But
amen to that.
yeah,
I can't wait
man.
to I can't wait to get to that point, being retired. That'd be nice. How long
Yeah.
you been in Florida?
Shoot, man. So I was in Florida, I think it was from the age of 5 all the way until about 21, 22 is when I joined the Air Force, when I had joined. Um spent a little time in the military, did 6 years.
Now let me ask you a question. Your parents were both from they both military, right?
hmm
And you decided to join the military. Was that like a decision you wanted to make, or did you feel like that was forced upon you, or route that they kind of like
no,
brainwashed you
it's
into it?
no. So it was, honestly, man, it was the opposite. I wanted to, and my parents were like, "Yo, like, Tori, you don't have to join." Like, my dad, like, so my dad made it very clear, man. And I wish, sometimes I wish I would have listened, but I'm, we are when we go through, with our experiences or whatever. But I always remember he always would say, like, "Son, I want you to know, like, the military is not your only choice.
Right,
You
right, right. That's
have
good.
other choices." He's like, he could not stress that enough. I need you to know you have other choices. You don't need to join the military, but if you want to, I'm gonna support you no matter what. That's the kind of, like, that's the thing, like, that's the, like, relationship with my parents I have, is like, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, but I know you're gonna make your decision because you had
Now
your
that's
mind made up, and I'm gonna watch your back. I'm gonna have your back on it 100%. But I will
no
tell you.
that no that's good because believe it or not, believe some family members, some family would force their like sons or daughters or whatever it is to do decisions and do things that they don't want to, and they be like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, because my moms or my pops want me to do this, but that's it's not what I wanted to do, and in some sense, I find that fucked up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You should
for
be able to
sure,
do what you want,
for
and your
sure.
parents should just give you advice and guide you to the
Yeah,
right way of
guidance. Yes, man.
right.
Yes, they give you that guidance. So
So
what?
is it just you and your brother,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Or
I have a sister, a half sister, that's
okay,
out in Alaska. Yeah,
Alaska. God,
yeah, man.
Jesus,
I wish I
wow.
was able to see her more, but man, like, we're literally two different parts. Like, it gets hard to be able to see her, but when I do see her, it's great, man. It's great. It's great to be able to see her when I can. So what
Oh,
about
same
you,
here, man.
man? What about
So
so?
go ahead, tell
How
me
you
what you
feel?
were
How
saying.
you feel? How do you feel about family? Like, your family? Where'd you grow up?
So
Where were you born, rather?
my pops, right? He's Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom's Dominican. So my pops met my mom's out in DR. He's a doctor, so he opened up a clinic, and I guess he went over there studied a little bit more than medicine, and then here I was. So my mom actually brought me back to PA because she wanted to live with her aunt there. She wanted me to get born in the United States so I could become a citizen. Part of that Dreamers Act.
Mm-hmm.
And then after PA, we moved to DR back for like 2 years. And then I actually went to live in Pakistan for a whole year.
Did you
But
really?
yeah, so I was like 3, and
Yo,
I
we've
stood
been
there for like
friends for
about a
how
year.
long, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I mean, I have little
Yo.
vague memories of what
Uh-huh.
I did over there, but I guess it was cool. From what I seen in the pictures, it was cool. But my mom couldn't stay in that type of lifestyle. I think there was a war going on between
Mm-hmm.
Pakistan and India and stuff like that. So my mom was like, "Yo, listen, it's like, yo, no bad blood between my pops and my moms, but I'm not gonna raise my son like this."
Mm-hmm.
So then we came back to the United States. I moved a little bit between Houston, Texas, PA. Then I came into Yonkers, and then I
Yeah,
moved to the
Yonkers, what's
Bronx for
that?
New York. Yonkers,
Oh,
New
oh,
York.
that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Then then she met my step pops there, where we came back to New York, and now I have 2 half sisters with my moms and my step pops,
Mm-hmm.
and actually have 3 half brothers from
Really?
my father's side. Yeah, that lives out there in Pakistan. We don't communicate as much, but actually, I tell you the truth, I know a little bit of, like, very little about them
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Man.
Yeah. Are you close with your father?
Man,
Like,
yeah,
describe your
yeah.
relationship. Are you super close?
Yeah, I'm super close. My mom, my father, my brother, my sister, I'm close with all of them, man.
So
So
let me ask
close.
you. So let me ask you a question here. You think your parents are most likely to hear this podcast?
Yeah, yeah, I think they
So
will.
let me ask you. Who you love more, your mom or your dad?
Yo, there's it's
Come on.
I love
Tell
them
me.
equally, man. There's no
Nah, that
it's
is
so
so
here. So
bullshit.
let me put it this way. I'll put it this way. I love my parents equally. Like just like they love me and my brother and my sister equally, right? I have a different relationship with each of them, if that makes sense.
Okay. Uh huh.
Like I don't
All
know
right.
how
Let
to
me.
really
All right.
explain.
All right. If you could only save one, they both died. They both in a situation now. Who you saving?
I'm taking myself away so they can survive. Cause I wouldn't be able to choose, man. Like I
You
have
just
to
you nah, you just don't want the blowback to come back to you.
not
You
see,
don't
and that's
want
the thing. I'm not worried about the blowback, but that's like I honestly because even if I were to say like I like one better, I love one more,
mhm,
they wouldn't
mhm.
even if their feelings did get hurt, there's no way they would ever tell me that. Because they wouldn't want me to feel bad, right? But
Right.
yeah, man, I couldn't that's like an impossible choice right there. That's an impossible choice.
Okay,
That's
okay.
but I love them equally. I have a different relationship with each of them. My relationships are different, but it's a strong, unconditionally loved relationship with both
Right,
of them. Yeah, man.
right. That's okay. I feel like me in my case is my mother, but I feel like most of the world, the general population, will say the mother. I think the mother's always more loved than the father. I don't know why that is.
I don't
I
know
mean, I
either.
think
And I think so with my father when I was like growing up with my dad, you know how when fathers have a daughter, right? They like super overprotective and don't hurt my daughter. If you hurt my daughter, da 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 da, But with my dad, man, he was like that with me and my brother and my sister. Like he was like, okay, like so like I'd say I'm talking to a girl, I meet a girl, I'm talking to her, and I meet her dad,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
And her dad is like, don't hurt my daughter, and that I'm gonna be watching you and this and that. And my dad would be like, okay, well, your daughter better not hurt my son because I'm watching
Right,
her
right,
and I'm making sure
right,
she don't hurt
right.
my son. Like
And
he was just like he would be equally like that. Like, man, like I wish I don't even
like some of us are raised correctly. Like, come on, bro. Like, is
yeah, yeah,
is your daughter
exactly.
raised correctly? Is she gonna break my
Exactly.
heart? Like,
Yes.
come on. I'm
Yes.
not gonna think
Like
your daughters are. Some of us are
yeah,
raised correctly. Okay,
my
like
dad
give
would
some
be
credit to our
very
parents.
my dad was super protective. Super protective, man. And it's crazy cuz it was like right up until I turned 18. And he was still protective when I turned 18 or no longer a minor, but right when I turned 18, it was like things like kind of changed. It was
Right.
almost like he was like cuz I guess not when I was 18. When I moved out of my parents' house and I went out for the military, it was at that moment my dad was like, like I wish um He's like, I can't protect you like I used to be able to. He's like, you're your own man now.
Oh, yeah,
You got it. You make your own decisions. You do this and you do that, and you're your own man, right? You are making your own
right.
choices from here on out. And
Yeah. Shout out to that because I'm
yeah,
telling you, like I said, the world for some reason always loves the mother more. And shout out to the fathers out there that's doing a
facts.
tremendous job. And then if you guys are listening, make sure your father knows that you love him because
Yeah,
I'm
for
telling you,
sure, man.
like from a male experience, let's say just like in sports, this always happens in sports. You get what I'm saying? The father's out there training the son or daughter, having them being competitive, and then like the first time they win the championship or they give an interview, they always like, shout out to my moms. I love my mom so much. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
what
it's like,
happened
yo,
to
but
your
your pops was there
pops
the whole
though? You know
time.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, what happened to your pops? Like your pops is out there too. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
that's dope. Like in my situation, I
I
know
was
my
just about
pops.
to ask you, what about you and your father?
Yo, I know
So I
my
know we've
pops love
talked here
me.
and there about it, but
I know my pops love me so much. I know he does. But you see, but the thing about family is just the connection. Like I don't hate my pops, and my pops would sometimes tell my moms because he keeps in contact with my moms. I barely talk to my pops. You know what I'm saying? Because he's out there in Pakistan. Um, I don't hate him,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes he would tell my moms, "Oh, I think Kevin hates me," and it's not that. It's just you know what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen you since I was 3. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. At no point have I ever blamed them for anything. Anything. It's just that we don't have that connection.
Mm-hmm.
And my soul doesn't yearn for that connection. Like I don't look for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing for us to talk about. Like what we gonna sit there? Like, hello, how you doing? Yeah, all right, everything's good. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no motive to tell you about my life. It's because we don't have that connection. And I know a lot of people's gonna be like, yo, that's fucked up. If your pops is trying to look out there for you, you know what I'm saying? You should because there's a lot of people that wish they have. I get that, but just the connection is not there, and that's why
Yeah.
I really haven't talked to my pops or I know anything about my about my half brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like a little fucked up. It's just the connection is not there. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
plus, you live all the way in Pakistan, and it's very hard to get them here
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's just I don't know, just the connection. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you have you
And
ever you never wanted to you never like wanted to try, like
nah,
not even the tiniest bit, like let me
it's
just,
just I
what, I
don't.
know I don't really feel like it, but let me just go ahead and just fly him out here, have him come out here, and let's just see what happens.
Nah, it's just because I don't feel for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I look for.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it all the way in my life without you, and it just
Yeah, okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
it's nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like my
Mm-hmm.
mom, I owe my mom everything, everything. She's a straight up hustler. She took care of me and my 2 sisters for most of our life. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I owe my mom everything, and that's where the connection comes in. You get what I'm saying? Because like when my mom got with my step pops, they're no longer together. That's where I met my cousins from my pop's side of the family. So we were cousins by marriage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I grew up with them since ever since I was 5. But me meeting them at the start, we had a connection jump,
Mm-hmm.
from jump. And even after 10 years later, they got divorced. Me and my cousin still took tight. Like to this day, you can't tell me that's not my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we have that connection. We always talk. We always hang out with each other. Like when we were kids, it was us everywhere, every weekend. Because that's how their parents, which I also consider them as my aunt and uncle, raised us. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? They say, yo, this is your cousin. You guys look out for your cousins. You guys are family. You guys
Mm-hmm.
always look out for family. No matter what you guys do, you look out for family. And that's how the way we was raised. We did everything together, like everything. You know what I'm saying? To this
Yeah.
day, everything. So, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't know,
So,
man.
okay, so let me ask this.
Okay.
It's related but not related to what you were just saying. Um, do you think someone can stop? How do you feel? What do you think about somebody? Can somebody no longer be family? Say you have somebody that you just that's family, man, and it's unconditional love, and it's no matter what. At what point do you feel? What can they do to make it to where it's like, nah, man, like no, we're not family no more.
Okay. So, all depends on the connection you have with the person
Mm-hmm.
and what they did to be disrespectful or what they did to betray you. So one thing I learned is that everyone will betray you at some point, right? Everyone betrays you at some
Everyone?
point. Everyone, think about this, Tom. Think about this. Everyone will betray you at some point, but you got to think about the condition they were under betraying you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Let's put a sample for you and I. If somebody says, "Yo, you gotta do this to Tory," or this is gonna happen to your son, and I can't tell you about it. Well, maybe you do
Mm-hmm. Well,
know.
yeah, no,
So
okay,
I gotta
yeah.
betray you because you get what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
my
but
son.
it's
But
your son,
now, do
yeah.
you right? So,
It's your
but
son.
would
You
you
do what you had to do because that's your son. I would have, I would be like, no, I get you. It
right?
sucks
But
that you
right,
had to do what you did, but it's your
right. But
son.
you
Yeah,
understand the
yeah.
condition. So it depends on like how much bullshit do you
How much can you like
take
tolerate? Yeah.
tolerate from your family. You get what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's family members that out there that hate on you for no reason, and it's so weird. Like there be aunts and uncles that hate on you because you know your mother had you and you guys had a better life. So sometimes they
Mm-hmm.
drill that into your cousin, like, oh, your cousin thinks he's better than you, but you know
Mm-hmm.
what? You're actually better than your cousin. And then your cousin end up hating you, like for what?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
why? Why all that hate? So all depends. Like for me, for you not to be family no more, you got to do something to hurt
It's a
me
lot. You
deeply
gotta
inside.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, something that's like unforgivable. You get what I'm
Like
saying? Like
spiteful.
lying.
Yeah.
Like if you lie about simple things, it's like, yo, why?
Constantly.
Don't
Yeah,
do
like
that.
don't do
Constantly
that to me.
lying about simple
Like
things. You
have
know what
I
I'm
not
saying?
let you know like I'm gonna
Right.
be here for you. You don't have to lie to me. Like be real with me.
Correct. Like if fucking if you fuck up my money somehow, some shit like that constantly, it's like, yo, bro, why you
Mm-hmm.
always pocket watching me, or you always saying like fucking those hidden messages and stuff like that. Like you throwing hate, you throwing shade.
Mm-hmm.
I think that much because
Kind of
and
like
that
they basically
happens.
were never really family because they were always
Right.
you
Maybe
just
something
finally
you did
open your
always
eyes.
benefited. Yeah,
Yeah.
something you always did benefited them. So maybe. How about you? How about you? What would it take for you not to consider somebody a family member anymore?
Man, I'd say the same, bro. Like you'd have to do something you'd have to do something really messed up. Like because it seems like lie to me, like using me if I find like you like if I'm constantly or not being there for me, honestly. You know, like when I like
Right.
say I need you the most, and obviously there's certain situations where you can I understand, right? I understand there's certain situations where someone can't be there for you. But
And that's what sucks. Cause see, that's like that's one of my pet peeves of mine. When family members only hit you up, or
mhm,
person that you choose family to only hit you up when they need something, like they don't even care,
mhm.
or they see that
What's
you
going
got
on with
something.
you? Yeah.
Right. They
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 only
they
hit you
first.
up when it benefits them, when it's for their in their favor.
Right. Exactly. They start hitting you up. Hey, how you doing? Like, yo, bro, what you want, bro? You don't talk to me. Don't
Mhm.
try to act all sweet. What,
Mhm.
just get straight to the
Yeah.
point and tell us what you want. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. Can you feel like that someone that you make family
Like
just not be family no more down the run?
can that like can I feel do I feel like someone that I've made like I've chose like yeah, this is my family, can they no longer
Yeah,
be
like a friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say for sure. I'd say yeah because man, it same thing. They'd have to do something really messed up, but some people are good at faking, man. Some
Well, what
people are
happens now? What happens if you guys just go down different paths? Do you still consider no family even you guys not in touch as much?
oh, for sure. I got people I haven't spoken to in a long time, man, but it's like I'll go ahead and text them like I got a friend Colin. We've been saying we got the same birthday, man, and I met him. He was one of the first people I met when we moved out here to Florida when we first moved out here. And I remember like it was yesterday, man. I just went outside, or I was walking home from school, and I saw him outside playing, and I was like, "Hey, can I play with you?" And like from that day, we just were friends, right? Um, when I went out to the military, he moved out to Japan to do something. He was teaching. He was teaching over in Japan, and
Right.
man, we didn't talk for maybe like a year, maybe two, right? But I hit him up one day. I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I made a little joke because his hairline was receding. I said, when you gonna you shave your head?" Because only that I was like, "The hairline is screaming, man!" Like, and we just was as if we never it was as if we never stopped talking. We just, we went right back to it, just chit chatting like we never stopped talking. We're, close as ever.
Not
It
for
was
you like
like
that.
a yeah.
I also have a situation like that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in a business when I started working, I'm thankful for him to this day. We don't talk as much now, but I
Mhm.
will always, always consider him as a brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just that right now our paths are, taking us down two different roads and he tells me, so I'm focused on me, this and that. And I can't even blame him like that. We're not as close as much, but I will always 100% have his back. And I know he feels the same way about that shit like that too. So, and he's never done
Yeah.
nothing to hurt me and never done nothing to hurt him. Have
Mhm.
any family member have done something crazy to you that you were able to forgive or able not to forgive?
um
Like, what's the craziest thing a family's done to you? And he was like, wow, you did this to me. And were you able to forgive them?
man, not really, man. I haven't had any family members like by blood do anything to me. And I can't even I'm man, I'm sure it's happened, but I feel like maybe it hasn't. Maybe at the moment I thought it was, but it wasn't significant enough for me to even be able to like remember, recollect it at this
Okay.
time. Like I can't think of anything that a family member has done to me to where I was like, man, I'm so hurt, you know? But
Nah, cause it does happen out there. Like, for example, my
mhm,
cousin was telling me about a situation with him and his girl, right? He got into a car accident. His car got totaled, right?
mhm,
And had to get fixed. So he took it to his girl's uncle's shop. He owns a mechanic shop, right? And it wasn't his fault. So the insurance sent him a nice big fat check to his uncle. And I was telling him, I was like, yo, tell your girl to talk to her uncle and to send some bread your way. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna
yeah,
get paid all this money, bro. I know for a fact that all that money is not, it's not what's needed
mhm,
to cover the car and fix the car. You get what I'm saying? Because the insurance always add a little bit more. And he was like, nah, man, her uncle's a scumbag to his own niece. So I was like, yo, how? It's like, that's crazy. Like, he can't even give a little bit, like a thousand, something like that. Like, he's like, nah, he won't. This and that. I was like, yo, but that's your family member. Like, how can you not do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if
yeah,
that was me situation, I'd be like, yo, niece, what you need out of this? Look, I got a check for 15K. It's gonna cost 13K really to fix the car. You want this 2,000? You need 2,000? I'm gonna give it to
mhm,
you because
yeah,
it's not
something,
coming out of your pocket. You get what I'm saying? It came out the insurance pocket.
yeah, yeah.
And he was like, nah, he's just not like that. I was like, yo,
That's
how
crazy.
right? Like, how can you not?
Yeah,
How can you not?
that actually brings me to a point. Um, I was talking to my mom, man, and I talk to my mom like every single day, or at least
Right.
every day. If I get in my car and I'm going somewhere, the first person I think about calling, the first person I just call my mom. I'm like, okay, I'm getting in the car, I'm at to drive somewhere. Let me put my AirPod in. Let me call my mom. It's like we're like just best friends, right? Like we just be talking and just whatever. But like I was talking to her about this situation and like about how one of my friends is just like this is how they are with their family, like they're just not close, nothing at all. Like, and I was like, it's so weird. I would always tell them like, yo, that's your family. Like, you got to be able to do anything. Like, if your
Anything,
family needs
right.
this, you need to do anything. That's your family. That's your family. And I would constantly
Right,
say that. Like, that's your
exactly.
family, man. And my mom would be like,
Yeah.
well, Tori, you got to understand, not everybody grew up like you. You got to
And
understand,
I find that so
not
weird.
everybody has the family that you have. You're used to this one dynamic, but
Mhm.
it's not like that for everybody. Not everybody is in that same situation or as lucky as you to have that family like that. And I was like, dang, like, yo, that's so true. I never really thought about it. Like,
Yeah, and
not everybody grew up like that.
I
And
find that so weird.
yeah, yeah, it is. And it is weird to be on the other side and just seeing that, like, how could you not do anything? How could you not do anything for your family when they need it? Really, when your family really needs it, how can you not just do like absolutely anything for them without hesitation? Because that's how
Right.
I feel. I will not even hesitate. Oh, you need this? You got it. You got it.
Right, without a
You got it.
without a doubt,
I don't even
without a
like. I
doubt.
don't even like. It's like, why did you even feel scared to even ask me? I got you. I got you. I promise I got you. If I have the
Mm,
means, so do you. You have the
right,
means as well.
exactly.
If I have it, you have it. It's yours too. Like,
And the other night I had to explain that me and Guns had to explain to one of my cousins. We like, yo, bro, don't be scared to ask shit, bro. Like we're
mm-hmm.
family. Like this is what we do. This is why we here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can talk, and I feel weird when people don't have that communication with their family members,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like people should try more and should try to repair that to a point. Like I'm guessing, like if you're constantly trying and the other family members not trying, then I get it. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It just won't. It
That
just won't.
also, let me ask you this. That was a good thing you brought up. What if so there's is there anybody that you consider family that I guess is a weird question. That and is there anybody that you consider family that doesn't accept that? I guess is a way to say because you said like they won't or they won't. They you got a person that you consider family, but they just want to push you away. They keep pushing you away. Is there anybody that you would you still consider them family even though they're trying to push you away?
Um, yeah, yeah. As long as there's no malicious intent behind it or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. Maybe some people are raised and they try to do everything themselves.
Mm-hmm. It's just
And
somebody you care about deeply, and it's like I'm gonna help you. I see you need it. You don't want to ask for
yeah,
it.
right, right. I'm going exactly. A lot of people in this world get confused thinking you can do everything your own. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do it. You can't do everything your own. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't learn how to walk on your own. You didn't learn how to talk on your own. You
Yeah,
didn't learn how
it's
to
true.
run on your own.
Yeah.
So why in
Why
the world
all
do
of
you
a
think
sudden everything? Why? Yeah. Why
like
all of a
why
sudden you
why
can
do
now
you
you got to
think
do it
you're
on your
gonna
own
do this
now?
on your right? Like you're gonna do this on your own. It's not wrong to ask for help. And some people don't feel like that. I
Yeah.
don't know why. And
For sure.
I think expressing feelings towards your family members and your close ones is very important. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you say I love you to your moms and pops a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. I don't let them get off the phone without saying it back. We say it, and I say I'll call them if they accidentally hang up. It's a phone call right back, or they'll call back. Oh, my bad. Love you too. You know, we
Like
I
okay,
and that just came from how I was raised. My mom, my parent, my dad would always say, don't. They would always. This is the thing we had. Don't ever just hang up on me. You know, because
right,
there's no telling what's gonna happen as soon as you hang up that phone. What if I get in a car accident and I'm gone? That's the last thing that
right,
happened.
and and
Always
and
in that phone call with I love you and just if you can't resolve whatever it is that has you angry at the moment, always at least say I love you. Let that be known. I love you. I'm gonna hang up. You know.
right, right. Do you also say I love you to your brother constantly too
Oh
while
yeah,
talking?
yeah. And my brother, he's weird about it. When I see my
Yeah,
brother, man,
yeah.
I say I love you. I hug him and all that, but he's all too tough and push me off and stuff. But I know
You like, hey
secretly, I
yo,
know he
chill.
likes it. Secretly, I know he likes it, appreciates it. But yeah, man, I say it all the
He-
time, man. Yeah, my brother, he'll say I love you too, but it's the physical contact when I'm hugging him and stuff. He don't like that, but I do it
nah,
anyway. I don't care.
I feel that.
That's my big
You know,
brother, man.
I'm glad you do that. I feel like people should do that more often.
Mm-hmm.
And like me personally, like my mom and my sisters know I love them.
Yeah.
They know I would do anything for them,
Mm-hmm.
100% anything for them. But I actually don't say I love you much to them.
Mm-hmm. Is it just you just don't think about saying it, or you just feel like they know it? I do by
I
your
just feel like
actions. It's your actions that show that.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right, like they know it. Like you can ask my sisters, "Yo, do Kev ever say I love you?" And they be like, "Nah, not really."
Mm-hmm.
They don't really say, but they
But
know
they
I
know
say it
you
all the
do.
time. And I think mostly it's because listen, not no disrespect to my step pops, man. He did what he could do,
Mm-hmm.
and I only call him my step pops, even though they're not together, just out of respect, because for the little bit of years he was in our life, you know what I'm saying? That he didn't really act much as a father to me, but just just a courtesy. And at a young age, I had to step up a lot for my sisters. I had to take
Mm-hmm.
care of them. I worked early, try to help my moms, got my sisters anything they needed as they were growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and they got whatever. So I stepped in more into a role as a father to my sisters and like
Mm-hmm.
a person to help out my mom. So I guess like just me showing my actions, like I didn't have to
Yeah,
say I love you, like that I love you thing just went away because all the things I done
yeah. It's
for
almost
them and
like,
all the things like
yeah,
yeah I continue to do for them.
it's almost
You know
like
what
that
I'm saying?
scene in Fences. Have you seen Fences with Denzel Washington, where he was obviously it's not exactly like that, but like the son, he was like, "Why don't you love me?" And he was like, or "Why don't you like me?" He said, "Why don't you like me?" And he was, "I don't got to like you. Like, I don't have to like you." He says, "Do you eat? Yeah. Do you have a roof over your head? Yeah. Do you he was just all this stuff, and he was like, "There's nothing in there that says I gotta like you. I do all this stuff because this is my duty. This is my job. You know, I'm supposed to love you, and I did this. Like it was, I completely butchered it, but it's a good
Right,
scene. It's a really good scene, and it's touching. But it kind of reminded me
right,
of it when you said that because like I'm doing all this stuff for you. I'm showing you like because I know my parents don't have to say they love me. They don't ever have to actually say it. You know, because I know it
right. And
from their
and I think
actions
my
of my
sisters and
whole
my mom
life.
knows that too.
Yeah,
Right. From everything I do, they know it. I mean,
yeah. It
listen,
doesn't have to be said.
I should say it more often without a doubt because you never know if you're here and
Mhm.
going tomorrow. And people and for our listeners out there, you should definitely tell your close ones and your parents every day. You know, you love them because you never know
Just say
what's
it,
going to happen.
man.
It's just the what happened to me at a young age of me playing more into a grown up role at a young age changed my
Mhm.
whole
Mhm.
the way I did things. Like you know what I'm saying? Is there
Mhm.
anything that changed for you when you was growing up, or anything you had to get accustomed to or doing for your parents, or your parents wanted you to do this and you didn't want to, anything like that?
Not really, man. I I started working at a young age, but that was just by my choice because it was just I wanted to be able to buy stuff. I didn't want to always ask my parents for stuff, so I just started working at a young age. I grew up very fortunate, man, and I'm 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 happy to be able to say that, and I know how lucky I am to be able to say that, especially like with statistics and whatever. So, I grew up fortunate, and I never will ever take that for granted ever. And I'll never be ashamed of it either. You know how some people want to make people who grew up a certain way. Like I grew up nice, man, and people want to make you feel bad about it, but I don't feel bad about that at all.
Right,
I don't
right.
feel bad that I grew up nice. I don't feel bad that people are, you weren't from the hood, you're not from this, you're not doing this, you're not that. Like, okay, I grew up safe, you know? I grew up safe and well. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But
And
I
what
didn't really have to grow up too fast. I didn't really experience anything to make me grow up before I needed to.
and I feel like in my situation, like since I had to grow up fast, I say I never hated my mom for that, anything like that. But I feel like some people like hate their parents, like, oh, you made me do this. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're the reason why I had to take all this on, and now I gotta do this. I don't even want to do this, but you forced me to do this because
Mm-hmm.
the
And
situation
it's
we
that
live in.
resentment throughout their
And that
life now.
right, right. And that
And
sucks when that
and yeah,
happens.
it does. That does suck because it's like they're just trying their best, man. Like your parents are trying the
Right.
best they can at that time, and you
Mhm.
gotta you gotta realize that like they're just trying, you
Yup,
know.
I feel you there.
Especially if they had you at like a young age, like what would you be doing at that age if you had a kid? Like how good would you do? How perfect would you be? Like you got to remember that stuff.
Right, some people don't understand that, some people don't get that at all,
Yeah.
like, yo, your parents tried your best, don't hate them for that, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't in the situation or you were young at the time that all this happened when they were growing up, so you don't know what they handled, like, me growing up now, I'm like, "Damn, my mom did all this? Shit, she was cooking, cleaning, and taking care of us, I got 1 kid, and we do all that," and I'm, like, tired, and
Mhm.
I'm, like, thinking back to it, like, "Yeah, my mom never showed her tiredness, man, she kept it strong all the way out."
Mhm.
Especially at a time and where we lived when she didn't have much. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And I think some people later on do realize that. They're like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
you
what? My
just get to
mom
the age
sometimes
when they
weren't that
start
crazy."
realizing
Yeah, like,
how hard the world is sometimes. They'd be
oh,
like, "Oh my god, my parents
it's
had it. Yo, they did that
right.
thing." You
They
know?
did that thing. Exactly, exactly. Besides your brother, is there any other family that you're super close with? Like,
Yeah, man,
is
I'm
there a cousin you're
close.
close with?
I'm close with a lot of my cousins on my mom's side. I'm super close with, and I have a lot, man. I have a lot of cousins, a
What happened with
lot
your dad?
of
What happened with your
cousins,
dad's
man.
side? You don't know much about your
So
dad's side, so you're not close with them?
I know a lot about. I'm close with several of them on my dad's side. It's
Mhm.
just my on my mom's side, where since we were in Florida, they were in Mobile, and I had some family that was in Virginia. I have family that's in Virginia that would come down all the time. They would always come visit, and we would always go visit because it was in Mobile. And it was
Right.
hard. On my dad's side, they were in like Indiana, Chicago, Illinois. Like they were far, California, and it was kind of hard because both my parents are military. It was kind of hard to be able to get the whole family up and take us to Chicago and take us to, and we would go sometimes, and it was nice. But I'm close with a lot more family on my mom's side than I am on my parents' side, on my dad's side. But I am close
Okay.
with some family on my dad's side for sure. We even Sundays I haven't gone in a minute because I've been just haven't gone, been neglecting it, I guess. But we have on my dad's side we all get in a Zoom chat and just hang out and talk. Put the video on and just like talk every Sunday.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I should do it. I should do it. I should go back to it. It's been a minute, but I just
Yeah,
kind of I haven't been thinking
I
about it, been
think
busy and stuff.
keeping connection and contact with your
Mhm.
close ones and your loved ones is very important, and a lot of people should do that and continue
Mhm.
to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's without a
agree.
doubt. That's without a doubt.
I agree, man. So,
Um,
I guess we already went on that point. At
it,
what
it,
hmm?
go ahead, go ahead.
At what point I'm shooting back right now. Um at what point does somebody become family? You know? So you have
Like a
friends like yeah, like at what point like for me and you, I consider you my family, and the
all
reason I
right. So
consider
so
it
perfect. So at what point did you consider me your brother, like a brother of yours?
for you, like man, I think I've known you since I was in ninth grade, ninth, 10th grade. And
Yeah, it's a long time.
man, you've been there for every single one of my girlfriends I had throughout high school, through all those heartbreaks, all these different things I've experienced in my life. You were there with me experiencing it. Because I'd get on the game and we'd be on there talking. Man, Kev, dog, this
This
happened,
shit,
this is
this,
this. Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yep.
And you'd be like, man, forget all that. Forget all that. Let's just play. Let's just play this game. Let's not think about that right now. Let's just chill, have a good time, keep your mind off of it for a little bit. And it was, and I think after going through all that, it was like, there it is. That it just over time, it was just like, bro, like, yeah, that's Kev, bro. That's my brother. That's my bro. That's my brother. That's family. Because I've known him for so long. I do all this.
Yeah, I think it's when a friend becomes a family member, when you consider family member, about the connection you guys have and what do you do for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful thing about us being humans is that we crave different emotions from different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can consider you as a family, but I won't expect you to do the same thing as my mother would give me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Of
saying?
course. Of
And
course.
and, and that's the beautiful thing. It's all about what you do. Like I know my cousins would do anything for me. Like there was this one time, like I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Town with
Mm-mm.
Ben
The
Affleck.
town. No, I think
Okay,
I
so
have.
this one point where Ben Affleck goes talk to the dude. I forgot his name. The dude that plays Hawkeye. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Okay. Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the scene, he goes in and Jeremy Renner is sitting on the couch, and Ben Affleck walks in. He's like, "Yo, listen,
Oh, I
I'm."
know exactly what scene you're
He
talking
was like, "Yo,
about.
I need you to do this with me,
This.
okay? We're gonna go downtown. We're gonna hurt
Yeah.
some people,
Yeah.
and we're gonna trash their place. And
Yeah.
I need you to ask no questions.
He's like,
Are you
okay.
down?"
Who's
And
driving?
Jeremy Renner just, yeah, Jeremy Renner just get up. He's like, "Whose call we taking?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
a situation happened like that with Ray and Kelly. A situation happened with me, and I was very furious. And I called them. I was like, "Yo, this is what I want to do. I want to go scare somebody, okay? Because what they did, all right? I want to go scare them. We're not gonna go beat them up, but I want to go scare them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Maybe we grab a couple of bats and we go visit the dude at his job. And both of them were like, "All right, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
ready tomorrow at this time. Let's go." You know what I'm saying? They was like, "Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
just do it."
Let's just
You know what
go.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in that situation, like if we would have done something, we could have all went to jail. But they didn't give a. Fuck.
Yeah, they
They
didn't
didn't care.
care. They were like, "No, Kev needs us. We'll handle the
And
repercussions later.
right,
We're gonna handle
and
that afterwards. Let's
and
get
at the
this
moment
situation."
at the moment I believe at least Ray had a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
not sure if Cully at the moment had a kid, but at least Ray had a kid, and they both were a significant other, and they both told him like, "Yo, Kev hit me up and this, and he told us with this and that, and we're gonna go with him."
Hmm.
But they didn't give a fuck if they was gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care. It was like, yo, and that's something that's that's a
Yeah.
bomb right there.
Yeah. So I think basically like when to for someone to become family, and I don't think it takes something significant. I just think it takes at some point in your life, it's something happens. Is just something happens, and that's when you're like, wow, like, yo, this dude will really do anything for me. And
Right.
the fact, or this girl will do anything for me, and the fact that they will do anything for me makes me feel so good. I would do anything for them so they can get that same feeling, and we can just like, it's like it's just a good feeling. That's nice to have somebody on your side always.
Yeah, somebody that wishes goodwill on you, that try to
Yes, yeah.
guide you in the same path. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes for somebody to become family, they always don't have to do something for you. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But they will always try to help you better yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, for
Like for
sure.
example, like with guns, like I know guns would do anything for me, but the type of relationship me and him have, he will always make sure that I can better myself,
Yeah, yo,
whether it's
facts. Yeah,
financially,
guns is
mentally, or anything like that. He always puts you in a
yes,
position
he
where
will
you can better
push you,
yourself.
man. And
Yeah, he's
he will make you feel bad for being lazy for sure. If you're lazy about something, he will he'd be
right
like,
with a simple conversation, and then that's what he provides a lot. Is like
yes,
conversation. That's
man.
what he talks about,
Good
and that's why I
conversation.
consider a great brother. You know what I'm saying? He,
Mm-hmm.
not that he's done things for me, but I'm saying like just the fact that he's tells you
Mm-hmm.
and is always looking at the good with like looking out good for you, and it
Yeah.
will pick up the phone call and talk to you
Mm-hmm.
about that kind of stuff.
That's one
Yeah,
thing I do
nah,
like
that's
that he does is like if you ask him, "Hey man, how do I do this?" and he'll be like, "Bro, Google it." That's what I would do. Like you got to do this stuff. You got to do like he'll push you to like, "Bro,
push
you
you to
need to
do it. Right,
learn this
right.
stuff.
Like
I
yeah,
can't
you need
just
to
tell
learn. He
you,
was
learn it.
right,
Google it and learn
exactly.
it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give you the
yeah,
Google link and then you
yeah,
go from there." He won't just
yeah.
do it for you. Yeah. That's real respect on that, man. For sure. For sure, man.
Nah, and that's what I love, man. Me and my cousins are tight. All my cousins, we're very close,
Mhm.
and that's what's good about it.
Yeah, man. We hit a
And
lot of
hope
good topics, man.
yeah, and hopefully people people take away
So,
from this.
which because you keep bringing up your cousins, right? And
Yeah.
since you wanted to hit me with that little curveball you did with my parents, what
I
what
think I know where this is going. Go ahead, go ahead.
what cousin are you closest to? If your cousins are on a cliff and you had to save one, which one
Oof.
would you save?
Oh, nah. See, I think I found a way to save all of them. If they're all on a cliff, I think I'm gonna have to put like a trampoline or some shit at the bottom and just say, "Yo,
Yeah, we
you
saving
guys, you
everybody.
guys are
Everybody's
safe.
getting
Just drop,
saved.
just drop. Everybody drop. You guys are safe. I got a trampoline down here. I got some beds and
Yeah.
some cushion. You guys are not gonna die." Um, which cousin am I
Who are
the
you closest with?
closest
Yeah.
with?
I hope they're watching too.
So I am very close to all of them. Like I said, what's the beautiful thing about us human beings is that we crave emotions and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that from different people, right? And I think the most consistently cousin, because we've been close, and I think during different time periods, I've been closer to one than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most consistent cousin I've been close with to this day, is all the way out, will probably be Wilfred.
Wilfred,
A
okay.
hundred will be Wilfred. I think ever since I met him, since we was young, he was
Oh
like a
yeah, because
little
y'all
jit.
known each other. Yeah.
Yeah, since we was
Yeah.
fighting little jit. And the first thing that clicked for both of us was video games.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yes.
I will always look to go to his house to sleep over and stuff like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
was also close to Cully and Ray. You know what I'm saying? Super close. Like in high school, me and Ray was fucking inseparable. We was
Mm-hmm.
out there chasing tail and doing all this all together. You get what I'm saying? But then there was a time that Ray would mostly hang out with his friends from his high school,
Mm-hmm.
and then he ended up moving to Florida. Actually, then me and Cully got close.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, me and Wilfred would still get close,
Yeah.
and me and Cully were close, and me and Cully would do everything together. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most consistent I've been close with will probably Wilfred. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Yeah.
example, like I didn't hit Wilfred up for that situation. I hit Cully and Ray. So we 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 desire different things from different people,
Yeah.
and that's what we keep close with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
and,
hear
and
you.
that's and that's what make our connections. You know what I'm saying? Like I even got some sisters that are my sisters, like the godmother of my child. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Stephanie. We're super close because the topics and the conversations we have, and the feelings that we showed each other, and the way that we lift each other up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you.
So it all depends on the connection you have to them. I feel
Yeah.
like, and that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I we're gonna
Oh,
wrap it up here,
before
unless you got
before
something
we
else.
uh before we wrapped it up, I've been told that you have a canvas of all your
I do.
cousins.
I
What,
I
do you
do.
have it
Okay, so
nearby?
listen. I do have it nearby. This was a gift from Guns. Okay,
Uh
Wilfred
huh.
wasn't here in this picture. I hate taking pictures. I really hate. All my cousins can tell you, I really hate taking pictures. I don't really take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Even my girl can tell you, I don't really take pictures. So we don't. There's not a lot of pictures of all of us together. There
Mm-hmm.
probably are, but not of one recently. So Guns gave me this as a gift because we was all there together. This was when we was younger, and I had
Oh
this.
wow!
Yeah, I had this right above my gaming station.
Got you looking all angry in the photo. You too
Yeah,
hard to
nah, yo,
smile.
I hate taking pictures. I hate taking pictures. I
That's
really do.
nice, man. That's nice.
Yeah, I really hate taking pictures. But listen to all my listeners, all the listeners out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I
Mm-hmm.
hope you guys
Mm-hmm.
took something away from this. Hopefully,
I
after
hope
this
so.
podcast, you and your family or your close ones come a little closer. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Uh,
And if you
you got
got,
to evaluate.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I was saying if you got, obviously, like we said at the beginning, you got something you want to talk about, email us, let us know, man.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you keep in contact with your loved ones. You show them how much you love them. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, like yeah, for example, if you guys want to talk about this topic or you guys want to reference a story about this topic, email us at ArabianPapi podcast at
Yeah, I'll put
gmail.com.
it here.
Or if you guys want a topic for us to talk in the future, let us know. You can also follow us on our Instagram page,
Mm-hmm.
Arab underscore and underscore Toeray.
Yep. Yep.
All right, and
And we'll
follow
have
us
the
there.
email and stuff in the description for
Facts.
when we upload this to YouTube and when we upload the podcast. Just the sound, if you're just listen to the sound, we'll put that email and stuff in the description. Obviously, make sure you
Hopefully, you
like and
guys.
follow and
Facts.
subscribe to the YouTube. Whenever we get it up, we'll put it out there when we get the
And
when we
And
upload
we
it.
also will be doing this live on Twitch. So if you
Yep.
guys want to follow us on Twitch and communicate with us in a podcast, tell us stories or chime in into the topic, follow us on
Yep. On
twitch.tv,
Sundays.
Arabian Poppy, twitch.tv, Toray Live.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Hopefully you guys love this share the shit out of this podcast.
For
Listen
real.
to it. We really appreciate you guys. And by the way, if you guys are anywhere in New York and you're looking for a nice massage spot, check out Facebook Spa. As my brother's gun
Facts.
spot, yo,
Facts.
you won't regret it. If you guys love gaming, check out the Disciples of Society Gaming with our own captain Wilfred. We're gonna be uploading hella clips, nice
Yep,
clips up there
yep.
too.
We do a
Also, you know what
little
I'm saying?
gaming streaming. I haven't really streamed much with the gaming yet, but we plan to get back on. I'm going through some classes and it's taking up all my time during the weekdays. But when that's over, we're gonna have it back live.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
want to put a shout out if you're anywhere. If you want photos done, if you want any kind of wedding photos done, I'm gonna shout out to my dad's photography business, Danny Dillard Photography. Definitely check it out. He's amazing photographer, and I'm not just saying that because he's my
Facts.
dad. He won the best was it like the number one business in the whole Emerald Coast, and that's down here in the Gulf Coast, Emerald Coast. He's a number one businessman. I'm telling you, like I'm not just saying that just to say it. He's really good. Danny Dillard Photography. Check it
Facts.
out. For real.
Shout out to Papa Dilla. The way Tory talks about him, you actually think he's the mayor of Florida. Sounds like a great guy. Never met him. I hope one day I do. But
Yeah,
sounds like
man.
an awesome guy. Yo, guys, appreciate you guys listening, and until the next time.
Take it easy, y'all.
Later. All right, so you say the outro.